In this video I'm going to show you how I made this fleece neck scarf with contrast piping. I start with a large piece of this light grey fleece. The material has a stretch going one way. This is where it stretches out more in one direction. I wanted the stretch to be going from top to bottom of the scarf. I measured out a piece at 25 cm tall by 60 cm wide. I used a straight bit of metal and a chalk marking pencil to get the line. And cut the fleece with some sharp shears. Trying to keep the line as straight as possible. I then repeated this and ended up with 2 equal pieces of fabric. The fleece also has a good and bad side. I laid it good side up. I'm using some contrast yellow piping and laid this out, with the cord side facing inwards. I added some pins to hold it in place. I laid down the other piece of fabric on top, good side down, so the 2 good sides are facing each other with the piping in between. I turned the sewing machine to a zigzag stitch and set that to be a really small width of 1. The zigzag stitch is best for when sewing fleece as it keeps it secure. I then stitched all the way down the long edge, and at the end did a few stitches in reverse to lock it down. For the bottom of the scarf I used some black piping, and laid this in exactly the same way, ensuring the cord end was facing inside. I switched to using these clips as I find them much easier than pins. I'd left the piping long on purpose to make sure I got a clean edge, and then trimmed them off. I then turned it the right way round and it was all neat. Now to sew up the ends. I pulled one end over itself until it met up with the other end, so it was inside out again, but across the width this time. I made sure that the 2 sections of piping were lined up. For this next step, I removed the lower tray of the sewing machine. And with the same zigzag stitch, I went all the way around the lip of the scarf. I left a small pocket around 5 cm unstitched. and then pulled the entire scarf through it so it was the right way round. It's easier if you leave a bigger hole, but it just means there's more work hand stitching. Next I took some of the same colour thread and a needle and hand stitched the pocket closed. I took the needle and put it about halfway into the fleece and then back up out the top. And did the same on the other side as well and pulled it tight. Doing the stitch like this means that it will sit flush with the rest of the stitching I did on the machine. For a full written guide and list of items and materials used, check out my Instructables or website. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like, share and subscribe.